Of all the basic features in a luxury car, or rather the comfort amenities in a modern vehicle, I think AC has to be one of the most confusing. And it's an interesting one. You hear complaints in the summer for one reason, complaints in the winter for a different reason. And I think the way they executed this here is rather interesting. Modern vehicles, I've noticed, Nissan, usually find a way to turn this light off. So you never really see this light off. And the reason is this. Let's first define what we're dealing with. AC is air conditioning. It's part of the HVAC system. HVAC meaning heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and cooling in this case. So I think it's used synonymously to mean cooling for a lot of people. In the summer, you say my AC is not working. And it's not really, I guess, it's an interesting misnomer. It's not really anyone's fault, because in older vehicles, AC also meant air compressor. And air cooling is better when your compressor is working. But we have 71 degrees out there, 71 degrees Fahrenheit, ambient temperature. Why is my AC light not on? And I've mentioned this in different videos that I like to just push this. You could either turn it off, climate control off, or just push for auto. I like that. So if the ambient temperature is 71, why is my AC not on? Well, I'll tell you what, we can turn it on. And it says AC on. In an interesting twist, that is actually a dummy light in a way, because I can turn it off. It says AC off, and I can feel the difference. It's not as cold, but not only that, one of the ways you can usually check is look inside here, okay? So I'm going to hit on, or rather auto again, see what happens. It doesn't tell you whether it's AC on or not. So let me do this. I'm going to go off. Look at the RPM. Look at the tachometer over there, right? So off. Can we see both? Off. Did you see the tach drop just a little bit? Okay, cool. Now go for auto. It climbs a little bit, okay? Come here, push AC to turn it on. Nothing happens at all. But turn it off, it drops a little bit. Generally, engaging the AC, now I'm also mixing terms. The air compressor usually results in a bump of about 200 RPM. So when you watch that, you can see it. Right now AC is off, right? Let's just do it again. On, off, okay? So what I'm going to do is turn everything off, and then you can usually turn it on by just engaging this. That's kind of a goofy one. I like auto. It's interesting the way they executed all that. So I'll just kind of say what I'm doing here. Right now it's on auto. Let me turn it off. Let's start from off. Okay, it's off right now. I'm pushing auto. And then I'm going for AC light on. Nothing happened to that. I'm going for AC light off. See, it blipped. It's going to settle down eventually. So the other thing that's happening is that whenever I engage AC, you can hear some sort of vibration, humming coming from the engine bay. And let's do this again. AC light on. Did you hear that? And you can actually feel a vibration. V6 things. AC off. Okay, let me show you what's happening right now. Pop the hood. Probably need my other phone for this, because I'm gonna need a light. Oh, well, we do have the sun working with us. So maybe not. There you go. There's the AC compressor. This pulley right here, this accessory right here, this is the AC compressor. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave this camera here, and I'll go and push the AC on light, and then you'll see what happens. I probably don't have to say it. I think the video already captured whatever happened. So, you hear that? And then your other fan starts running because you got two fans. And normally just one runs as needed. But whenever you engage your AC, both fans start running. So, in the past, I think, depending on how old your vehicle is, depending on what kind of AC compressor you have, usually turning the AC on results in a click. You hear click noise because you saw that the pulley was just constantly running, right? But then you had that the foremost part of the pulley, really, and it's clutched. So whenever you engage AC, or the air compressor is asked to turn on, it engages the clutch, catches that front part, the hub, and then you see the whole thing turning. So that's the part about AC. It's usually, you can get a vocal or an audible indicator that, hey, AC is now working, and you can hear the fans running depending on how old they are, how loud they are, and what else you have inside the vehicle. Inside here, one of the best indicators is how much colder it gets. So again, the complaint we usually get in the summer is that, hey, my AC is not working. Why is this not working? Let's try to fix it. So you do different things, you troubleshoot, you add Freon. That's like the first thing people usually do. Check your AC compressor, check the electromagnetic clutch. So many different things you can do to troubleshoot that. In the winter, the only complaint I usually hear, or at least in older vehicles, was, hey, why is my AC light on in the winter? And that's the part where we say AC is moisture control. Even in the winter, you want to run your AC for two reasons. One, sometimes you do need the compressor to run to enable you to do dehumidified heating, right? You heat up, but you're also removing whatever moisture, and moisture, you don't want moisture on your glass, moisture in the air, things like that. And it's just going to be easier to heat up air that doesn't have moisture in it. Okay, so that's one. Second thing is that your AC compressor should always be run at regular intervals. I think they say at least 10 minutes every month, give or take. So having it automatically turn on as needed, as the people who design these systems and say, yep, at this temperature, inside, outside, depending on what you have it set for here, we're going to turn on the AC thing. So it's an interesting one. I just wanted to show how it's executed in the FX, in the QX70 rather. So right now it's on. We know it's on, but if I push auto, oh, it stays on for now, I guess. It's an interesting one. It's interesting the way it plays. And turn it off, it says AC off, but it's still blowing, right? Then I push this. Although I know that the AC is on right now, this light just stays there. So that's why the AC switch pretty much became a dummy switch. It's like whatever you wanted to show you, it's going to show you. Do you want to feel like your AC is off? Go for it. Do you want to feel like your AC is on? Go for it. It doesn't really matter. Now, for comparison's sake, let me jump into the FX50. I believe the FX50 does it a little differently. But let's see. Okay, I'm going to turn it off. Push auto. AC light on. Let's turn the light off. It says AC off. Let's turn it back on. It says AC on. Can you see that? So let me turn it off again. You can kind of hear the click. Off. On. Right now it's still pretty high because I just came from running it. So here's the interesting part. Turn it off. Okay. But then, and I hope it's going to prove me right here, when I push it for auto, it turns the AC on. It turns on whatever it needs to do. And then we've got the auto switches, the auto recirculate buttons, and the different things they do. So that is one thing I noticed different in the way the QX70 does it. The 2018 Murano that we had also did that, in that the AC button became a dummy button. It's whatever you want it to be, it's going to be that for you. Okay, interesting tidbit, just seeing different things on the QX70 versus the older ones. I'm not 100% sure when the switch was made, but you know, just an interesting thing. Figured it's for people that are interested in how things work, and people who obsess over the minor details. This video is for you guys and girls.